Hey, it's Pierre. I got a review today of a new racket from a new brand. This is called the Artengo SR 990. Which side is up? Artengo. This is a company that's part of Decathlon, which is a European, a French sporting goods manufacturer, I think. And they have made squash rackets in the past, although I didn't know that until this racket came out. They've tended to be lower priced, and they're starting to make a push into higher end rackets, and they've made a big splash by signing Camille Serme, or Camille Serme, if you want to have the proper French pronunciation, at least as far as I know, Camille. Anyway. Thanks to Yvonne from Artengo for sending me this racket and a few others to review. I'm going to be creating videos for all of them, but I'm starting with this one. This is their top of the line model, and it's coming out this year, 2017. I've been playing with this for over a week. I've used it in a match and a couple different times in some round robins, so I've played a lot of games with it, and I've got some feedback for you. First of all, in terms of the specs, this weighed 164 grams about on my scale, so it was a bit on the heavier side for a high-end racket, and it was also a bit head heavy. It was 36.7 on my balance beam. It has kind of it's pretty stiff. There's really not a lot of give in this guy. It's got kind of a thick shaft, and I don't know if you can really see it. It's sort of indented there to take some of the weight out, but it's pretty. It's got a not sharp, but a tapered edge to it. But it's sturdy, and it's got an interesting bumper guard system here. I don't know if you can see here. I'll start here. It goes up kind of normally here with the regular plastic, and then it stops and it starts to go to these sort of smaller pieces of 2 hold pieces to hold the string. So I guess that takes maybe some weight out of the head, and we've got then kind of these little bits cut out of the bumper guard, and then we're back to those 2-pronged grommet pieces in the top of the head there. They call that the eyelet light system, I think. But it's pretty heavy and pretty head heavy, and I normally hold rackets way at the bottom, but with this I couldn't play that way. It was too much for me. But I had a really good experience playing with this by choking up. So I don't know if Camille chokes up on a racket much or not. I looked a little bit, and I think she actually does. So this is kind of good for someone who likes to kind of hold it further up. When I did that, it took me a minute to adjust because it's just a different location for me to hold it. But once I did that, I was able to. First, I hit like 7 serves out in one particular match, but after I got used to it, I wasn't doing that, and I was hitting well with it. By choking up, it was kind of maneuverable in the corners, and I was able to also. It's not exactly a flick your wrist kind of racket because it's heavy, but it gave me a lot more ability to do that, to move it quickly with that choked up feeling. But because it has a little bit of weight in the head, it felt easy to put a lot of force on the ball even with that what feels like a smaller swing as you're choking up. So I was using it even a lob. I found it really easy to put a lot of force into the shot just by being choked up and being able to just send the weight of the racket through the ball. So after a game, I really started to enjoy this, and it feels super solid. Like I said, the frame is pretty stiff, and after that initial period, I really was playing well with it. This is, oops, low battery warning. This is, oh, thanks to Yvonne from Decathlon for sending me these, from Artengo and Decathlon, I guess, for sending me this to review. I will be doing reviews of all these. I think there are 4 that I'm going to be reviewing, and so keep an eye out for this. It's a new brand and a new entrant into the racket game. And even though this is their high-end racket, I haven't seen the final pricing, but I think it's going to be a pretty competitive price. So definitely one to check out. I believe it'll probably launch in Europe first, so keep an eye out for it there. And it's a big company, so I wouldn't be surprised to see this around the world soon enough. So this is, again, the Artengo SR 990.